So we finally know what exactly is the deal or the news from the toss in the second, T20I between India and Zimbabwe. Obviously, watching yesterday, India ended up, suffering a narrow loss. Ended, of course, a streak of 11 unbeaten ODIs, T20Is for India in this particular format. But it's a new day, and of course, it's happening just a day afterwards. So perfect time to make amends. And for those of you all just joining us, well, good news is that India have won the toss and have in fact opted to bat first. You have that right. They're going to be batting first, and the reason for that, as Shubman Gill highlighted, is that one, the conditions in Harare right now very hot. It's a pretty sunny day. The second is the fact that the wicket looks the same, but he's expecting it to be just a little bit on the drier side as well. But it's a very interesting reading, really, because on one hand, the Indian skipper expects that the pitch will in fact end up becoming worse for batting, which is why he's perhaps gone and chosen to bat first. But according to Sikandar Raza, he says that it looks like a summer wicket and we're expecting the pitch will get better, which is why we wanted to bowl anyway. So let's just say it's a pretty interesting call to make, especially when the local person, the person with knowledge of the conditions, is saying that the pitch is not going to stay like this and will most likely get better. It'll be interesting to see who's right here, because then it will actually put a lot more, let's say, focus on what is the decision that was taken in the toss. Now, that aside, if you're looking at team news, well, India have in fact made one change, and it's in keeping with what is the expectation of what the pitch is, because the steamer has gone out and you're seeing a debutant batter come in. So, in fact, if you're wondering what that change is, Khalil Ahmed has gone out of the side and a Sai Sudarshan walks into the side, which is pretty interesting because again, first game for Sai Sudarshan. Let's see how exactly this it is that it goes about. In fact, if you look at that top four of India's, there's a lot of you can say top order batters, and when I say top order batters, I mean openers, because again, the top four reads Shubman Gill, Abhishek Sharma, Rituraj Gaikwad, and Sai Sudarshan. That's your top four. After that, you've got Riyan Parag, Rinku Singh, Dhruv Jarrell, Washington Sundar. That's eight. Ravi Bishnoi, Avesh Khan, and Mukesh Kumar. So of course, you've got the additional spin option in Washington Sundar. There's Bishnoi as well. Parag may very well end up rolling his arm over. Of course, Abhishek Sharma also bowled in the last game. There's an Avesh Khan, Mukesh Kumar. So that really is pretty interesting. You've only gone with two proper seamers and you've got potentially four spin options. So that is how it's going to be. It's interesting, really, when you're looking at it. How exactly it is that this game is going to go about, because again, I think a lot of it will depend on how exactly it is that the captains have read the pitch at the toss and how it will play out, because there's two very different interpretations. On one hand, Shubman is expecting that it's a dry pitch, it'll only get worse to bat there on out, so that's why he's chosen to bat first. According to Sikandar Raza, what Raza is saying is that, well, it's a typical summer wicket and it will perhaps get better in the evening, which is why we wanted to bowl first anyway. Now, again, as I said, it's two very different readings from both the captains, and it should very well make for an interesting contest. Again, after the high of the T20 World Cup victory that India have had, following up with a series against Zimbabwe, in the eyes of many, is perhaps not probably the more ideal build-up or follow-ups that is coming in. The fact of the matter is, this is an interesting series to keep an eye out for, because a lot of new young talent is being blooded at this point in time. So you look at this team; it's very different from what the T20 World Cup side looked like. But a lot of these players could be playing roles for India for a few years still to come in the not so distant future. So I'm very excited to see how exactly it is that you will, in fact, let's see, see these guys do. Because again, last match around, perhaps not right up to par, but it was a good harsh welcome to the rigors of international cricket, and shows you that international cricket is still a different beast from the IPL, where a lot of these players have made their name. So you guys, that's the toss update. In case you're just joining us, India have won the toss, opted to bat first, and there's one change. Sai Sudarshan comes in place of Khalil Ahmed. So that's the one change. That's the toss update. We'll be joining you after the game for a nice long discussion on this particular matchup, and of course, one hopes that it ends with an India victory. Let's see how exactly it is that it goes, as far as the match is concerned. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this live stream. As always, we appreciate your company, and if you enjoy our work, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon, leave us a comment, follow us also on social media. We're on Instagram, X, and Facebook. Don't forget to download the SportsLink app, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead and check out some other videos we've done as well. For now, from my side though, it is goodbye.